Greetings, Mail Plussers. As always, it's a pleasure to bring you this afternoon's entertainment. I hope you're having a good Thursday already, but let's see if we can make it that little bit better by playing Mail Plus Trivia Live. I'm your host, Beric Livingston, and whether you're a regular Mail Plus player or a fresh face amongst the crowd, welcome to the live quiz, where every weekday we're offering you the chance to win up to £1,000. So, the rules, for those of you who don't know, it's 10 multiple choice questions from an array of topics from pop culture to art and history, 10 seconds to answer each question, and if you answer all 10 correctly, you win a share of the prize. Simple. There have been some very handsome sums won in recent weeks, and some users have even been victorious more than once. So if you're feeling as sharp as a tack, then it might well be you walking away with the loot today. When you tap the answer though, there's no changing your decision, and if you turn up a little too late and miss question 1, your chances of winning any cash will be over before they've even begun, which we do not want to happen. Everyone deserves a fair shot, so try not to be late. If you get one wrong along the way, you'll be out of the running for the money, but you're welcome to carry on playing for your own entertainment or simply to learn something new. Alright then. I'm all ready with the questions. Let's see if you're all ready with the answers as we get straight on with today's quiz. Here's question 1. What is the name of the tip of Cornwall that forms the most westerly point of the English mainland? Lizard Point, Gurnard's Head, or Land's End? The UK's most westerly point to its most northeasterly is a common route for keen cyclists and walkers. If you were going to take this route, it would be from Land's End in Cornwall to John O'Groats in Scotland. The distance by road is 874 miles and takes most cyclists around 10 to 14 days, although the record is held by Andy Wilkinson, who completed the journey in less than 2 days at just 41 hours and 4 minutes. Well done to 2,151 of you who got that one right. On to question 2. Which of these popular holiday resorts is not in Portugal? Albufeira, Malaga, or Valdelobo? Portugal is of course the home of Cristiano Ronaldo, and if you've played previously, you might have learnt that he was named after Ronald Reagan and not Brazilian footballer Ronaldo. Malaga, however, is a port city in Portugal's neighbouring country, Spain, and so Malaga was the right answer there. Portugal holds the record, by the way, for the longest and shortest reign of a monarch. King Enrique was the king for more than 73 years. Luis Felipe, on the other hand, was king for only 20 minutes after his father was assassinated, because he was assassinated himself too just those few minutes later. On to question 3. Who stars as Marty McFly in the 3 Back to the Future films? Matthew Broderick, Kiefer Sutherland, or Michael J. Fox? You can't get more iconic than the distinctive DeLorean car, which featured in all 3 films as the time machine. It was deliberately selected for its gull-winged doors and general futuristic appearance in order to make it plausible that people in 1955, when the film was set, would presume to be an alien spacecraft. Michael J. Fox, of course, played Marty McFly in the trilogy about time travel, and the film was actually banned on the Chinese mainland for quite a while because the notion of time travel was seen as disrespecting history. The ban was later lifted. Now, who do we have on today? We've got Alan 6, we've got Joanne 10, Dorothy, Adrienne. You are really McFlying through the early stages here, getting all 3 of those correct. Well done. If you're a film buff, you might well be a TV buff too, so the next question could be up your street. Question 4. In the TV show Porridge, which word did the prisoners use to avoid swearing? Chuff, naff, or flip? Porridge is the classic sitcom about the inmates of HM Prison Slade. The BBC were refused permission by the Home Office to film in any of their prisons, so they had to improvise. And the cells seen in the show are actually a large metal tank at Elstree Studios, also used for filming underwater scenes. To avoid swearing, habitual criminal Norman Fletcher, played by Ronnie Barker, would use the word naff. And 2 iconic roles that Ronnie Barker turned down were Victor Meldrew in the sitcom One Foot in the Grave and the voice of Zazu in The Lion King, which ended up going to fellow British comedian Rowan Atkinson. 1,191 of you getting that one right. On to question 5. Which Roman emperor began the gradual conquest of Britain in 43 AD? Claudius, Caligula, or Tiberius? Amongst the most colourful of Roman emperors was Caligula, who apparently wandered the palace throughout the night instead of sleeping, told the moon and Jupiter all of his secrets, and made his horse a senator, building it a stable of marble and inviting people to have dinner with it. Ideas for lockdown? His uncle, Emperor Claudius, described as a weak, stuttering old fool, began the conquest of Britain as a means of earning respect and restoring peace within the Roman Empire after his murderous nephew Caligula's rule. Conquest into Britain aside, there's also a story about Claudius winning a fight against a killer whale, but the written account says it was already beached, so hardly a fair bout. We are halfway, folks, and knowing that right answer with Claudius there, Susan 17, Daniel 36, we've got Cluck, we've got Alison 3, you are all still in the running for the cash purse. Keep it up, you're doing great. Here's question 6. Which of these cocktails does not have rum as its spirit base? Cosmopolitan, Daiquiri, Pina Colada. Mixing cocktails in a choreographed manner is now a skill set called flair bartending. There are even 2 world championships to judge who's the best, one being working flair, in which the cocktail actually has to be of a decent quality, and the other called exhibition flair, in which it's about how extravagantly the cocktail shaking is choreographed. Even if you haven't competed in these, you'll probably know that it's the Cosmopolitan that doesn't have a rum base. It's nicknamed Cosmo to its more regular customers, and it's a cocktail made with vodka, triple sec, cranberry juice, and freshly squeezed lime juice. 2 of your 5 a day, right there. Now that was what we might call on the show a mailplus mind bomb, because just 40% of you getting that one right, 344 people left in the game as we go on to question 7. In rugby, if a team scores 2 tries, converts one of them, and scores a drop goal, how many points do they have? 12, 14, or 15? Every so often we'll throw one in that tests more than your powers of recollection, so here it is. Rugby fans should be able to do this in their sleep. It's 15. 2 tries make 10 points, a conversion is an added 2 points, and a drop goal is worth 3 points to bring us to 15. When I see a drop goal, I think of one thing: Johnny Wilkinson in 2003. What a man and what a game. Moving on to question 8. Which of these is not true about the language of Mandarin Chinese? There are no plurals, words are masculine or feminine, or the tone affects the meaning of a word. Mandarin Chinese is spoken by over 955 million people worldwide. Can be a challenge for Brits to pick up, but if you learn it, that's a further 13% of the world's population you can speak to. There are no plurals in Mandarin, and the tone does affect the meaning of the word. However, the language is gender neutral, so B was the answer we needed here. Quite recently, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg surprised a group of students at Beijing University by giving an entire talk in Chinese, although one student in the class did say that his 5 Mandarin tones needed a bit of work. And 64 people left in the game, as just 50% of you got that one right. 2 to go, here's question 9. Which of these is not one of Dickens' characters? Wackford Squeers, Quilp, or Muzzlehatch? Charles Dickens had a fascination with birds, and he even had a companion in the form of a raven named Grip. When it died, he instantly replaced it with another raven, also called Grip, which was allegedly the inspiration behind his friend Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven. When the second Grip passed away, Dickens had it turned into taxidermy, which is now on display in the Free Library of Philadelphia. Now, Muzzlehatch, although it sounds like it could be, is not one of his many characters. Daniel Quilp is a character in The Old Curiosity Shop, and Wackford Squeers is the cruel headmaster of Dotheboys Hall in Nicholas Nickleby. Let's check in and see who's still in the running for today's cash prize. We've got David 60 still with us, James 37, Hurley 96, complete 46 of you still in the game, not tripping up once. Good work, knowing everything from your Rugby to your Dickens characters. Just one more left. Everything hangs on this last question. Let's see what happens. Here it is. Question 10. Which country's national anthem was written by their president or prime minister? Greece, Senegal, or Zimbabwe? The first national anthem to be officially proclaimed as such was, believe it or not, God Save the Queen, adopted by Great Britain in 1745. The origins are lost in obscurity, although some attribute the tune to English composer John Bull, composer, musician and organ builder who lived in the mid-1500s. Leopold Sedar Senghor composed the national anthem of Senegal, and he was their first president in 1960. It remains their national anthem to this day. Many national anthems have a strange story behind their writing. Take Mexico, for example, who ran a national anthem writing contest, and poet Francisco Bocanegra refused to participate, so his girlfriend locked him in a room and only let him out after he slipped her 10-verse poem from under the door. Good thing she did, because he ended up winning. Well, to those of you who cleared through those with ease, it certainly was your day, because they were not easy questions. Please collect your bragging rights and your cash. Well done to our 29 winners. We've got Complete Bradley 67, Ali Tom Hurley 96, all of you who hit for 6 each and every curveball we threw your way. Well done. If you're leaving without any money, you're always welcome to try again tomorrow, or any weekday for that matter. There are plenty more chances to win. So let's see if the next set of questions are more your speed. And if you've got any self-proclaimed intellectual friends or family, put them to the test and get them to tune in too. How many out of 10 could they get right? Thanks again for joining me today, and good luck tomorrow, where there'll be another chance to win £1,000 on MailPlus Trivia Live. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Goodbye.